guys, this is gonna be Asta What If. Hi, if you guys didn't notice my pattern of me not uploading today, then the next day I'm uploading. I was gonna upload yesterday, but I was tired since I went somewhere, and I just didn't do it, so sorry. I was gonna do this What If specifically. If you guys didn't notice on my channel, or videos have been deleted, and I just stabbed myself with a piece of metal, but because I didn't like how they were going, so I just stopped them. But I stopped my Asta What If one. What if Asta had, I forgot the dude's name, but from the beginning, the anime's powers. So I'm here to replace it with, I guess this is gonna be what if Asta had yin yang magical guns, I guess. Or should I just call it yin yang gun magic? So, yin yang, dark and light. Pretty much, since I didn't want to call it what if he had like light magic and dark magic, magical guns, I just said yin yang, since that's kind of what yin yang means. And so, he also would have been born the normal stuff, but instead of having no magic, Asta, just like Yuna, has a lot more magic than a normal person. But it doesn't mean he's as skilled as, in using his magic, since his magic is extremely powerful, unlike and hard to control, but has control over his magic. So while growing up, whenever they start discovering magic, Yuno and him find out their magic, with Yuno showing off wind, with Asta putting out both of his hands, trying to conjure something up, and light and darkness would appear. And since it would oppress the people of the church with both of their magical powers, and Asta having two different magic. So yeah, it seems like ghosts were the same, but Asta would have magic. And since Asta's personality is different than Asta would try to help out the whole village, even the church, instead of just the church. And he would be told to go to not really like other towns, but more of the bigger side of towns where nobles are, since he can kind of blend in there and start deals where the whole town will prosper. So him and since with their magical, they won't be known as the commoners, whatever. They would probably assume that he's either some noble's family, so none of them would really question it. If they're there, they'll start deals, and they would start selling food and crops from the area and all that. But after doing this till he grows up, Asta will be turning 15, or I'm pretty sure it's 15, and he would be getting ready to get his grimoire. But whenever he gets his grimoire, just like but instead of just like green light of this 4-leaf grimoire, Asta would have a swirled up magic of darkness around his, and he would have not a split book, but a circle or swirls on the back of the book with four leaves on it in the middle of it, which they would show each other these books and say, "We're gonna become the Wizard King." But since Austin would go training and all that, and Asta is stronger, since Asta doesn't know if his magic's gonna be long ranged or not, since Asta doesn't know much about magic, Asta will still be strong in this, since that's just I wouldn't really understand if there wasn't a strong Asta. That would be kind of weird. So yeah, Asta has to be strong. So yeah, but when opening his grimoire, he would flip, and he would have 4 pages. First 2 pages being wrote in white and black, and he'd stick out his hands, and he would activate the spell, saying guns come forth in his head. It would activate with 2 guns similar to this one, but just imagine one white and black, because this is the type of guns I wanted it to look like. So yeah, but he'd say this and he'd see them, and he'd pull his trigger on the white one, which would send a sort of white blast, and it would hit a tree and put it in a hole in it. That one was super fast, also noticed, but then he pulls the black one, which it is slower, but instead of just putting, like I would say, a football into the tree, this one hits the tree, hits a different tree, and it would be twice the size with it completely through it. Yes, light magic is strong and so is dark magic, but light magic's super fast, more like Pacific strikes. I was gonna say something, but you know, I can't talk. But dark magic is just more widespread than anything. And so he would just be running after having the weird feeling of 2 people going in a fight and 2 people being knocked out. That's the people that fight Yuno, and he would feel Yuno's magic be sort of shut off, and he would dash over there with his guns behind him. And he'll be, just think of Naruto running across the trees, that's what Asta's doing, with his guns behind him. And he would have dropped down, kicking the chain mages in the back. He would turn around and he would be shot across the ground and smack into it. He'd be like, what was that? You see Asta with his portly grimoire. And he'd be like, oh yes, the other one that I was trying to get. Now it's me. You need the grimoire, I'll kill you. And this sort of friends we have here. Of course, Asta wouldn't care. And he would pull out his white pistol, or light pistol, and he would squeeze the trigger, and he would just shot as they changed mage's chain, which he would hit them, bouncing them completely back, and also would run up at them, shooting his dark bullets would smack across them. But the chain mage would say, pretty impressive, but if you can only shoot forward, then this would be too easy. So chain mage would swing his chains in every direction across from him, which would stab into him and hold him down like it did. But instead of the chain mage saying that you don't really got any magic, he would say that this is very impressive by the amount of magic you have. You're almost like a noble than anything, even though you're from a commoner village. And you would squeeze harder, and you grab his book with Asta's gun still leaning there. And Asta would try to stop him by trying to pull away from the chains, which he can't since the chains are weakening him by draining his magic. He would have been confused as seeing how he can't move. That's when the chain link says that the chains sort of seal, / drain away your magic. But it's not too fast at doing that. I'll be leaving now with Asta pulling up one of his guns and shooting. The light blast and it would hit the chains. Instead of just pulling it for 1 second, he would hold it, which it would cause a little stream to come from it, which it would cut through the chains, and he would shoot his dark gun, hitting the chain point, smacking into the ground. This is Yuno says, "I don't need you to save me." With Yuno rising up his hands, which would cut his chains, and swinging it down, with the chain reins getting hit by that too. Since Yuno did do more training, since Asta did have magic, and he wanted to be stronger than Asta, so yeah. So that's why he's stronger in this one. So yeah. After this, they would have their whole speech and fist bump moment, and they would vow that I will become the Wizard King, both of them say. And they would do the training with Asta, trying to use the other 2 spells that he has, but not able to do it for some reason. So he just leaves them alone and focuses on how strong he can shoot the blast, which Asta would do, but Asta would be dumb and focus so much energy on the blast, since he doesn't really know how to regulate. It's either, if he wants a stronger blast, he'll go 100%, waste his energy, or he can just stick with these bullets, which are strong, but compared to some of the enemies in Black Clover, these attacks won't be enough without going any higher. So yeah. So they would have been done with training, with them being stronger, of course, at least and Asta would definitely be stronger, I guess, with the magic, but his anti-magic sword is pretty useful. But yeah, so we will cut to there at the capital, with Asta was getting ready, pumping himself up, and he would eat that black snake the lady gave to him. Of course, after eating that, they would head into the area, with Yuno handing in his 4-leaf clover, which people would talk about. And people behind them would hear this. Then Asta would show him his book, and he would see he has swirls of white and black, and it has also a 4-leaf clover grimoire, which they would be surprised since they both came from the same place. After this, people would be like wondering what's with that town, since there are 2 people from that town who have a 4-leaf grimoire. Of course, the Baha guy would not want to challenge him, but instead he'll walk off and say I better stay away from them if I want to get in. They would get to the broom testing, with Asta not able to ride a broom. He tries so hard, but he pours his energy into it, which would pop the, not balloon, but broom. I was just about to say balloon if I wasn't saying balloon the whole time. Which the magic guards would take this as no control over his magic. So yeah. Of course, we'll just go on to the next test. The aim test with his magical shots, I guess, but of course nobody else uses their grimoire for this, so he would stick out his hands and both of his hands, and you shoot a dark bullet and a light bullet would rapid firing them, and it would hit targets that are moving. And I'll say that they just let a whole bunch of targets out, and whoever destroys the most got the highest point, with Yuno and Asta getting tied, since Yuno's wind magic is everywhere. So yeah, if you guys were wondering what that was, I just slipped and I saved myself. But yeah, it's whatever. I hurt myself all the time out here. But yeah, everything else, the plant thing, Asta would have poured magic into it. He would grow a plant, but his plant would be different, since his plant would eat a Hog-Eye's plant with its big mouth of two different colors would eat it. And yeah, he'll just skip to the whole fight, which, since he doesn't have 4-leaf clover, the nobles would try to challenge him, with the nobles talking trash to him before the match. I'll just say this noble had he had earth style type of magic, and he used it for attack and defense at the same time. But he would create a golem, and this golem, or several other golems, they would protect him, saying you can't break past my strongest attack and defense magic. And they would swing at Asta, with Asta being able to dodge and come up on the golem and run up it, with, Yami saying that that's pretty impressive for just some mage that, unlike other mages that don't really train their body. He would get to the top, and he would create his guns, which people would see, and they would hear a bang, then another bang, with black and white magic would burst out, and the golem's head would have been destroyed, and he would shoot other strikes at other golems, destroying them, and he would get right up the eye, and he would have went for his most destructive attack, since this dude has rock armor on him, and he would pull out his black gun, charged it, and would have went with 100% shot. Yeah, I'll just call it 100% and minimal shot, I guess. But the 100% would shoot him, hitting him Ryan. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for that. Hitting him straight in the chest, with his rock coming off of him, destroying it, blasting him in the chest, slamming him to the ground, and would destroy the arena around them. Also, we declare the winner, with being tired from a 100% shot. So yeah. Of course, they are intrigued with his such power he has. Of course, the nobles think if he doesn't have much magic control and all that. With the fire guys not choosing him, the girl that's sleeping wouldn't either. Of course, Silva family wouldn't choose him, and yeah, nobody would choose him. So, except Yami, who would raise his hand, which they're thinking that Yami is dumb for doing that. He would drop down, and he would release his magical pressure, which would weigh down Asta. But of course, Asta would fight back with his sort of magical pressure, which I wouldn't say would equal to his, but it would sort of reduce the amount of pressure on everybody with his pressure going against it. So yeah. Of course, Yami would laugh and say that I'll teach you how to use your dark magic, and I guess we can find somebody that can help you with your light magic. Saying I'm Yami, the Black Bull's leader, and you are in my team. If I was saying yeah, And the same thing that would happen with them using the bathroom. But instead, what would happen instead of Asta or uniblocking it, Asta would have shot a light blast, which would cut through the door and cut the Baja guy's hair off. So Baja guy would wear a wig from now on. Of course, they would go to the black holes, and this is where I leave it off. Goodbye.